Yeah, if there's one thing I hate, it's people who want things. People with aspirations or money, hate them.
Exactly.
I can't disagree with that, honestly.
I think my favorite thing on the podcast is where Jackson says a 100% sarcasm meme statement, but then Dan's like, "Yeah, no, I agree with that," and I'm not sure if he's joking.
Wow.
Why would he be joking about the truth?
Why would either of us be joking about the truth, Noah?
Yeah, Noah. Are you a Zionist?
Shoot, you caught me. I'm a Zionist.
Okay, but like we can just Zionist is like that's a word that like people who are racist call Jewish people, right? Like it doesn't mean
100%.
Okay, just making sure there is no other meaning.
No meaning beyond that,
because that's the only context I've heard it in. So that's just what I've assumed it meant.
Well, it originally was a book, it was a anti-Jewish propaganda, I think, is what it comes from, doesn't it?
You call them Zionists.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what
like
it came
a cool
from.
group. If someone says, "Do you want to be a part of my group?" We're called the Zionists. I'd be like, "Yeah, that sounds pretty cool."
All right, so here's the we have two terms here.
I gotta look this up, but go ahead, keep talking.
Dictionary on Google defines it as, one, a supporter of Zionism, a person
thank God.
a person who believes in the development and protection of a Jewish nation, which is now Israel. In what is now Israel. The second one is in Southern Africa, a member of any group of independent churches which practice a form of Christianity incorporating elements of traditional African beliefs.
So all I heard there is that if you're South African and you want to go to Israel, you're a Zionist.
No, it's South African Christians who incorporate
who want to go
tribal
to Israel.
Beliefs. No, it actually has nothing to do with the Jews.
Well, do you think they want to go to Israel, though?
I mean, they might.
I think these are just two different terms that happen to be the same word.
I think it might be.
I don't know if I really want to go to Israel, but I probably would. It's not like high on my list, you know? Yeah, if someone was like, "Do you want an all-expense play trip to Israel?" Of course I'd say yes. But
well, yeah, if only we were Jewish.
You think they do that for Jewish people?
They do.
You're just allowed to go for free?
Yeah, it's called birthright.
Oh yeah.
Well, who gets your plane ticket?
It's like a thing you sign up for on. My girlfriend's looking into it because she's very Jewish and she's been trying to like figure out a way to go for like the last year and a half. Basically,
free field trip.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of what it is. The idea is you go onto, I believe it's like a website or whatever. You sign up, you give all the details for it or whatever. You give like the dates that you want to go.
And all I got from my birthright was not getting shot by cops.
To be fair, Jewish people got that too, I feel like. At least here in America. At least in the last like 40 years.
That's probably true. I don't really know anything about modern Jewish culture. I'll be real. I know a good bit about like historic Jewish culture. Not too much about it in 2019, my bad.
They essentially pay for the entire thing, and like you go for like I want to say it's like 2 weeks or something ridiculously long.
It's a decently long time.
All you do is you show up at the airport, and they take care of everything from then on.
Isn't that how Ethan from H3H3 met his wife?
Sounds right. I think that sounds like a thing that would happen.
Do you have to have a lot of chutzpah?
I mean, I would assume. But you never know.
No. I'm sorry. Is this a bit about H3H3 that I don't understand?
No, that's just a
Jewish word or Yiddish. Yeah,
it's definitely a good word.
It's a real good word.
If someone tells you have that, you're probably set for life.
Mm-hmm. Especially if it's an actual Jewish person and not just like someone from the Bronx.
What are you saying about? Hey, come on!
What are you saying about the people in the Bronx?
Absolutely nothing.
What you want to say about my boys in the Bronx?
You saying people in the Bronx can't be Jewish?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that, it's one of those things that people pick up terms and it's not going to mean as much from the people who didn't actually invent the term.
That
sounds to me like Noah's anti-Semitic. What about you, Jackson?
Ooh.
Sounds like he's anti-Bronx, and that's even worse to me.
That is worse. You're right. Shit.
You're right.
As we all know, all the oppression that the Bronx has gone through over the years.
I was just about to say, I forgot how oppressed the Bronx was. My mistake, guys. My mistake. Let's do a clap sync real quick, by the way.
The fucking shoeheads like you.
You better use all of that.
Oh, we're using all
Can we please cut 90% of that?
Nope.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm walking here.
Nah, come on. You
I'm
know we did this
podcasting over here.
Hey, we did this last week. Come on.
Come on. Is that offensive?
Not at all.
Okay. Do we know anybody from the Bronx that we could ask if that's offensive or not?
I had a cold open I was going to do, and instead you had to just yell the same thing we did last week.
I mean, we've already cold open on all that stuff that came before.
So,
welcome back to Off the Air.
I'm Noah.
I'm Dan.
I'm mad.
I believe
That's
it.
Jackson. He's upset.
So I'm ready to rock into Beer Corner, by the way, because I am ready to hijack it if you don't mind.
Oh shit!
Please, I just spent all my money on liquor today.
Hey.
Awesome. So here we are. My roommate loves beer.
Thank him for his service. Did you thank him for his service?
Oh, I did. Also, he's in the National Guard, so I legitimately thank him for his service. But
Weird.
loves beer. Took a trip down to Pittsburgh, like 2-3 days ago, to the Dancing Gnome Brewery. Firstly, Dancing Gnome, straight up.
Bad name.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I hate.
You hate gnomes?
No, I just thought you were gonna say it was a really cool name.
I was, yes.
So that's why I cut you off, to make sure that I got my 2 cents in before you could say something good about anything.
Yeah.
That way I had at least my chance to tear it down.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I can respect that, I suppose.
Thanks for your respect.
But he came back with a selection of beers. One of them, I don't remember what the other ones were. He got like a Neapolitan one, which was apparently good. He got some IPA that I have not yet tried, but he also got this one purely based on its name, Spy Dolphin.
That's an amazing name.
Like Spy Kids?
No, it's a fantastic little label. It's just a plain silver can with a light blue label. Here's I'll drop it in the Discord so you guys can see with a dolphin in spy gear on it.
That's so
photo,
good.
Wait, you had this photo ready to be set here?
Oh yeah. And we find a better picture of the dolphin even.
No, I like that guy. I trust him.
Boom. Look at that guy. Look at that dolphin. Yeah, so I don't have as many cool things to say about the beer as you tend to, because this was a pretty last minute decision for me, so I didn't do as much research as you might, ? Don't know. But
you are very I read the back of the can when I'm talking.
Oh. Well. Dang.
There's a life hack for you.
Life hack. Big life hack. Yeah, so it's a very light beer, and it's very, very sweet and citrusy. I liked it a good deal, just because it was very tasty.
Do you find yourself light and citrusy?
Well, I don't think I've told this story on the podcast before, so...
oh my god.
No, wait,
So yes.
The light and the loafers thing? I told that, right?
No, but I'm curious as to where this is going.
I think I know where this is going, but please do go on. Let us hear.
Speaking of light and citrusy, the day before I got my nose pierced, someone ran into my coworker at Country Fair, an older gentleman, and he's like, "Hey, come over here. I got a question for you." And so, Matt goes over and he's like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And
is this the Matt I know? Just to be clear.
No, this is not the Matt you know. This is an unrelated Matt to any Matt you've ever met.
This is not a Matt I know either.
Okay. The way you said that makes it. The way how specific you were with that makes you feel like it is the Matt I know, and you just don't want to tell me.
I just thought that I had said his name before. My mistake. This is my coworker, Matt. I do not work
Matt
with
was
any.
your coworker at one point.
No, this is my current coworker, Matt.
Copy.
Okay, I also am aware of Matt that you worked with at one point in time.
Shoot, that's right. Well, anyway, this is Matt, my current coworker. He goes over to the guy, and the guy's like, I don't mean to sound rude, but I just got a question. And Matt's like, well, by saying it like that, it's probably already going to sound rude, but go ahead. What is it? And he's like, that guy you work with, is he a little light in the loafers?
Got him.
And
Noah, you got called Big Gay.
I did get called Big Gay. And Matt responded, well, if he is, he's got bad taste because he hasn't hit on me yet. The guy didn't really know how to handle that. But then cue the next day, I get my nose pierced. Day after that, walk into work. First thing Matt sees is my nose. He's like, bro, you're making my job so hard right now. I just had to tell somebody you aren't gay. And then you walk in like this.
Did he say, bro, you're looking light in the loafers right now?
He does say that a lot now, yeah.
I would hope so. Because that's a good one.
It's one of his favorite stories to bring up anytime he possibly can get away with it.
How long has this been a story?
Since late November.
I feel like of our friends, of the friends that I know that you and I both have.
You're going to accuse one of them of being gay?
No, I just was going to say, I feel like Noah is one of the less gay ones.
Noah's probably the biggest gay I
mean,
know.
he is the biggest gay. That's not a question.
Okay. Which is, we can all agree, is different than homosexuality.
Exactly. Yeah. We're not, listen, we are all aware that there's the big gay, and then there's being gay.
Entirely separate.
Totally different things.
That reminds me, this will sit into questionable territory, and understand this is...
Oh, no, are you going to say the N-word?
I'm not going to say the N-word, no.
Just making sure.
You can't say
you
that,
shouldn't.
that's racist!
Okay, so...
Exactly.
I should clarify, this was not me that said this, and I don't...
N-word.
This is...
But,
That sounds like someone would say that before they say the N-word.
No. I'm not gonna pull like my grandma's card and say something very like terrible and be like, oh, I didn't say it. I'm just quoting whoever her friend was who said it, so that she
quoting
like could get away with
H.P.
it.
Lovecraft.
My dad, Jackson. This is our one mutual friend, the non-marine.
Your dad?
Okay.
Wait, the who?
The non-marine.
The non-marine dad.
That brother.
The other brother.
I don't remember why Jeff and I were talking about him at the time, but he just said, we'll call him, for sake of the story, we'll call him Brad. Okay?
Ew, bad name.
It's like,
I would not have been, you can tell it's a fake name because I would not be friends with someone named Brad.
Yeah,
continue.
That's fair. It's like, Brad, you guys talking about Brad? He's so gay. And then Jeff and I just look at it, we're like, what? He's like, not like a homosexual, but he's just gay. And we were just like, all right.
No, I think I probably told you this before, but your dad is a smart man.
He is.
Your dad is truly a wise man.
He's a very blunt man, but he comes in and he has all the wisdom.
Homosexual, but gay.
Just the way he said it. Have you hung out with him enough to know the times when he just talks a little bit too loud?
Yeah.
So that was 100% what happened here. Where he's just like, Brad, he's so gay. Jeff and I didn't know how to
Wait, were you like in public or were you like at your house?
Oh yeah. Oh no. We were definitely at our house.
Okay,
that would have been...
just making sure, because like that would be a bad thing to say in public.
Oh yeah, no, 100% bad thing to say in public.
I think you're probably aware that that's a bad thing to say in public.
Exactly. That's why I'm excessively stating that this was not me that said this.
One of my a couple of stories about my coworkers that have cropped up. Mm-hmm. One of them had a birthday recently. Went to a birthday party, we had a good time. But I walk in the door, right? I'm sober as a goat. Just got there.
Is that super sober or not sober at all?
Sober as can be.
Okay.
I have zero alcohol in me. And I walk in the door, and my friend runs up to me, and she's like, Jackson. She's clearly drunk as hell, and she's like, I need you to know something right now. And I was like, what? She's like, our homegirl running... Because she gets like in my ear. She's not like, she's like all of my ears. She's like, our homegirl running the audio right now has been playing Insane Clown Posse for an hour, and I can't make her stop.
Wow.
And then I had to. Well, she first was like, "Do you know ICP?" And I was like, "Come on, ICP till I DIE." Juggalo Home Improvement. You come on.
Exactly.
And then like the first thing I did when I got there was like be greeted by the dulcet tones of Shaggy, Two Dope, and Violent J.
Exactly. Oh, of course. And
then, I had to go up to the girl running the audio and be like, homie, this shit don't bop. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't have to tell you what I mean, because if you should know that this right here, this ain't it, chief. And then she did relent and allow.
Hey, there you go. Sometimes you just got to lay down the law real hard and let them know how it is.
Yeah, because it definitely was not that, Chief.
I'll be honest, I don't mind listening to them, but I can't listen to more than like 3 songs that are at a time.
And you're not going to play them at a party if someone gives you the auxiliary cord, right?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm going to play something that people might like to see like if they actually give me aux privileges ever again. Exactly,
because it's important that you maintain like a good auxiliary input,
I want people to think,
understanding with your friends.
That's Noah. He's a guy that plays good music when we let him play music. I want people to think that. And then
it'll be like, oh, here comes Noah. You guys ready for the Clown Town?
I get silly, like something lace my Philly.
Exactly. Everyone would think that. If I ever did that even once, even just one song, no one would ever trust you again.
Even if it was ironic, they wouldn't trust you because now you're the clown boy.
Mm-hmm. And do I want to be the clown boy? No.
No, you don't want to be the clown boy.
Were you the clown boy?
Right now.
Were you the clown boy?
She was the clown girl. Mm-hmm. And I had to help dissuade her from being. She was also incredibly inebriated.
I feel like that is the state that you would be in to think it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's true. But I was the voice of reason. And they were like, will you drive us downtown? And I was like, God damn it. So then I was just sober all night with a bunch of drunk people around me.
To be honest, I enjoy that myself.
Is Dan here? Dan?
I'm here. I'm listening to your stories.
Just make sure
I'm being respectful and quiet and letting you guys talk.
Your mic has been eerily silent.
Yeah, this is the most quiet I think you've ever been.
I got worried.
Me too.
The most worrisome moment for me was when I said the Juggalo story.
Hashtag wait. Yeah, no, this episode comes on the 31st, so I can still say hashtag New Year, New Me.
Exactly. I mean, you can say that as long as you want to.
Doesn't make it
Uh,
true.
It just
but I can
becomes
keep
more
saying
and
it.
more not true the longer you say it. Because
Exactly.
if you say it past
January 2nd.
yeah, pretty much. If I can't tell without you having to tell me that it's a new year, so it's a new you, is it?
Yeah, I feel like it is.
I feel like it's not, but
I feel like at a certain point, you're just blind to the changes.
Let me hit you guys with this one. New Year, know me.
We
I
already
do
did
remember
that
New
bit.
Year Know Me, and
Yeah, it's still around. I want you guys to be fully aware that we are still fully in New Year, know me mode
Oh, okay. I see.
currently.
Is there an
Fighting my way
actual
into the
side
void.
effect to this, or is it just a thing that happens?
Know me.
I see.
The biggest side
I'm trying
effect
to hear
is
the
definitely.
downside, and I'm not.
Oh no, the biggest downside is just a lack of me.
yeah, that's fair.
Again, I'm trying to hear the downside, and I don't hear it.
Well, who would talk about juggalos on the podcast?
I feel like you can only do hood rat shit with your hood rat friends. Like that's how that works.
Well, you don't. They don't have to be hood rat friends. They can just be regular friends, and you can just do hood rat stuff together.
Okay.
You know, it's just kind of how it goes. It'd be like that.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I will say though, I'm not sad to have lost contact with a lot of my hood rat friends.
Yeah,
Weird.
me neither. Actually,
Weird.
the few that I actually did have, I'm very okay with them not being in my life anymore.
I mean, they're still in my life, but I don't spend almost any time with them.
I found out one of them
Yeah,
was
I
actually
mean,
in Philly the other day. I found out from her Instagram, and I felt very weird about that.
I went to a house party where they played the Insane Clown Posse.
I mean, that's the epitome of hood rat friends, to be fair.
Yeah, so I'm definitely still hanging around my hood rat friends, and you know what? I'm happy for them. I support them.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can definitely be happy for your hood rat friends.
We stand a hood rat friend.
Did you say is Dan a hood rat friend?
No, are you guys on we stand meta? Do you guys say we stand?
I have not heard that term yet. Maybe I have,
so
but probably
Are you
not.
familiar with the probably greatest song ever, Times Infinity, "Stan" by Eminem?
Oh yeah.
Where the dude's basically just like this insane man who is writing letters to Eminem that get increasingly more violent and deranged, and like the guy basically would like give his life for Eminem would he be asked.
Mhm.
Stan is now an internet term people have been using lately, which is basically like you're a fan to that level, like you're a hyper fan of this guy. So if you say like, we stan blank, you mean like I'm like the world's biggest fan.
Of insert thing here that we're talking about.
All right.
I think
I
it
do enjoy
originated from
that
like
term.
K-pop culture.
Mhm.
So you know how they get sometimes.
Oh,
they're
yes,
a little,
they
they're a little
really
stanny.
be-
They're a little stanny.
They really be standing people. Oh, my phone fell on the ground. Who did that?
Not me.
Nosferatu.
Fuck.
You just hear like the sound of like my body hitting the floor
Click.
as
damn it.
as the
That's
Demon of the Night.
that's a solid reference there, bud. I'm proud of you for that.
thank you. Nosferatu. He just shrugs like he knows he was up to some shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He knows what's up. He
Mhm.
knows what he did.
I can't believe he was flickering the light switch the whole time.
I know, right?
What a weirdo.
That was crazy of him.
What a plot twist. I mean,
We stan him. Do we stan him?
we stand him. We stand
does
him
anyone
hard.
not stand
We
Nosferatu?
stan him.
No, we don't stand regular Nosferatu. We stand that rendition of Nosferatu.
We stan that Nosferatu.
I see.
I'm really glad that you guys are down with saying we stan.
I mean, I feel like I don't really have a choice, and I feel like no matter what
True.
I do, it's just gonna be a thing now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
totally.
you don't have a choice in the matter. We're just
we're just kind of doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
You better stand some people, buddy.
I don't like it. I don't want to do
Got
this
no other
anymore.
option. I'm done.
I'm going
Podcast
home.
over.
podcast over.
I want to
Where's
go
the,
home.
Where's the button that lets you disconnect from the call, but with a really loud clicking sound, so that everyone knows that you disconnected angrily?
I mean,
My
do you mean just the
friend-
button to disconnect from the call? Because I pretty much already do that already.
I mean, that's cool, but I mean, I know this is one of those only 90 kids remember, or 90s,
Only 90 of them?
Only 90
Damn,
of them.
only
How
90
much do you
of the
remember it?
90s
Only
kids.
90, man.
But, I know this is one of those, like, only 90s kids remember this type of things, but I do legitimately miss being able to slam down a phone receiver, because I haven't had a physical phone outside of, like, my cell phone in,
You know you can just
like,
You
8
can just
years.
buy
Yeah.
a phone.
You just go and buy a phone.
See, that would involve me actually having to pay a phone bill.
That sounds
And
bad. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to pay a phone bill and a cell phone bill. So
We have another option.
I probably could just get an adapter for my phone.
That sounds stupid, though.
That sounds like
Yeah.
some dumb shit.
One of those things where I just put it in a little charging dock, and then if a call comes through, it's this really nice old timey ringer, and I just pick it up. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind
like
that.
that.
I would never use that
What if you just
because I only charge my
Didn't
phone
get
when I'm
that,
in
though.
bed.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I really want one of those wireless chargers because I don't want to keep plugging my phone in and unplugging my phone, but I also want my phone to be fully charged while I sit here and work on stuff all day.
Just get a better phone.
I mean,
oof?
it actually has a great battery life, and as long as I'm not actually on it all day, the battery charge does last all day.
Well, don't be on it.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
Next question.
Listen, man. Hashtag New Year, New You. It starts with you not being on your phone all the time.
honestly, I have been on my
It
phone a
starts
lot
with
less.
one thing. Don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try.
I respect
I'll
this.
stop.
I respect this.
Listen,
Thank
man.
you.
I feel like
Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know.
I no
Time
longer
is a
respect
valuable
this.
thing.
I feel like you don't have a choice, bud. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we're, as per most podcast episodes, we're just on board Jackson's fucking ride. Like we don't really have a choice in what we do and don't want.
It's the Jackson train, and it has no brakes.
Choo choo.
See, this is why we definitely need him here, though, because if Jackson weren't here, how would we get on the Jackson train?
I mean, we wouldn't have to use the Jackson train. That's the thing. That's how
but we'd
trains
have to-
work.
We'd have to get on like the Dan train, and the Dan train
No,
is decidedly
Dan-
different.
Dan
train sounds bad.
Dan's more like a Dan Caboose, really.
Dan, you're a butt.
That
The Dan
That was
caboose doesn't go
implication.
anywhere without the Jackson train dragging it along.
that's not true. The Dan Caboose has like one of those little like old timey pump jack things. You know what I'm
That
talking about?
sounds like the worst thing. Not only are you in a caboose, but then you also have
You're
to make it
jacking
move
off?
by yourself.
Wait, you're a butt and you're jerking it?
I am, man.
So
Hey, no, proud of you.
is this Dan's new corner, the Jack and the caboose corner?
I'd be jacking wherever I go, you know?
Jack in the Caboose corner
They
makes it
say,
sound so
sir,
much worse.
please, you can't masturbate at the zoo. And I'm like, what?
It's like,
what do
are
you-
you sure? But what if I do?
what do you guys
Where's-
want from me?
Show me where it says that. And they're like right here and all the things that say you're not allowed to do that.
I just love the idea that there are actually would be signs set up because it became such a problem.
I mean, have you not been to a
It's
zoo?
just a picture of me and like a thumbs down.
Remember, jacking at the zoo isn't cool.
Have I ever been to what though?
The
To a
zoo?
zoo.
I mean, I have, but I personally have not yet seen signs like that. Maybe I just go to classy
I mean,
zoos that's not a
Have
problem.
you go to the Memphis Zoo?
You ever been to Philadelphia Zoo?
I have not.
You don't want to go to the Memphis Zoo.
I've
I'm not
only-
allowed to go to the Memphis Zoo.
I've been to the Erie Zoo and the Pittsburgh Zoo. Pittsburgh Zoo, not bad.
Pittsburgh
Erie
is actually
Zoo,
not bad, no.
Erie Zoo, questionable.
Erie Zoo, real unfortunate. All the time, forever.
Yeah, pretty much. They keep losing animals, and it's very small.
Where are they
I
going?
couldn't imagine why.
Well, they're going to the big zoo in the sky.
They're dying?
Yeah. I think they lost their
Wow.
elephants a little while ago because someone threw pennies at them, and the elephants
okay.
ate the pennies.
'Cause I was going to say, you can't just like lose an elephant. You ever seen one of those things?
Yeah. Yep.
Not small, Noah. You don't lose one of those guys.
I don't know, man. What if it flies away?
Shoot, dude, you right.
Fly away. Ooh. You know, what
I'll
they
fly
say,
away. Yeah.
if it flies away and it doesn't come back, it was never yours to begin
If it
with.
flies away and doesn't come back, was it really an elephant?
That's both
Likely
of
no.
those statements are incredibly true, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
I've been to the Waco Zoo quite a bit. When I lived in Waco, I went to the zoo all the time. It's a good zoo. You got a couple free hours and you're in Central Texas. It's a very well-funded small zoo.
You're a well-funded small zoo.
You know what? I like to think so.
I like to think so too. You know, everyone just
Thanks,
kind of
sir.
stands on the outside and looks in, charges a
they're
fee for
scared.
entry.
And they're scared when I start scraping on the glass.
So actually, I do have a question for you guys, and I feel like this episode opened up with talking about Zionists and all kinds of
Did
stuff.
it?
So
Unlucky, really.
I think it's okay to ask the hard-hitting questions this time around. What do you guys think of zoos?
Zoos are
Big
shit.
fan.
I mean, I like them as an idea, and I think
Whoa.
it very much depends on how well maintained and how like Erie Zoo. Hot take, real bad zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Like across the board, it's just not good. It treats its animals poorly. Like I remember when I was a kid, I lost my fucking shit when I realized that the reason that the that one of the like I don't remember one of the big cat pits. One of the big cat pits. The reason
Oh my
that it had
god,
a
that sounds
fucking
like a great time.
well, no, the reason that it had a trail like around the outside edge was not in fact because the trail was put there, but because the cat had nowhere to fucking go and so just kept walking in a circle all day every day. I fucking lost my goddamn childhood shit. And like since I actually I feel like I've only been back like twice since then, and both of those were for other people who had stuff going on that day that I had to go to. Because like, fuck zoos. Aquariums are slightly better, but not by a huge amount. Hot take. I feel like
aquariums are much worse for the animals, though.
Really? I feel like it depends on what kind of aquarium.
Aquariums be big bad to them animals.
It depends on. It also depends on like what size animal we're talking. Like if we're talking like little fish and shit, who gives a shit? But like,
whoa, now there are tigers. Who gives a shit?
I mean, tigers are cool as shit. You know, it's not cool. Little
fish
fucking
are cool.
Baby fish.
How about big boy fish for cool people that are too big for your small boy brain?
I feel attacked.
They're cool, and they're my friends. You attacked my friend Paddington.
Shoot, he did do that.
I did.
The bear.
The bear. You're right. I did. I understood who.
Like
I understood
the most wholesome thing.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try and tell me Paddington isn't wholesome?
I mean,
I
was never into Paddington, but that's because I never like had that shit in my life as a kid. So
I didn't either. But he's
to
still
me.
my friend.
I've literally never seen Paddington, but I still know he's like a wholesome bear, and I know he likes marmalade.
Yeah, he's great.
Is it like Pooh Bear but with honey or with marmalade instead of honey? Is that like the thing?
No, his name's Paddington.
It's a little bit different. I know it might be complicated for you to figure out since you've never heard of him before, but it's a pretty easy concept. He's Jackson's friend. He likes marmalade. He is not Pooh Bear.
Paddington Bear.
I see.
The P and bear might be confusing you.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, you can stop us when we've explained it too hard, so we can explain it just a little bit more. Okay,
so he gets it.
So here's the big concept here. Pooh Bear is a cartoon and a book. He's a very old thing, you know. Paddington,
silly old bear.
Like Pooh is a stuffed bear, but he's like a really unrealistic stuffed bear. Is Paddington a stuffed bear?
Paddington's my friend.
He is your friend.
Okay.
Every time you say Paddington's my friend, it makes you sound more and more like just a fucking insane person. Paddington is my friend. Yeah, but is he a stuffed bear? Paddington is my friend.
Paddington Bear? My friend Paddington?
My friend? You know, we are gamers, so we are contractually obligated to be bullies.
No, that's true.
You know, it's because we've been oppressed, so we have to oppress other people.
Yeah, I don't blame you, honestly. I've seen how oppressed gamers are.
Sooner or later, somebody's going to come into a podcast episode, not understand that that's a running gag, and be incredibly offended.
I don't think we've ever said gamers rise up or gamers are the most oppressed thing without it immediately divulging into us just laughing at the statement. So I think we're okay.
I like that you think we're okay. I don't think we're okay, because I don't know if you're aware, but people be real dumb sometimes.
Wait, Noah, what do you mean?
I mean, you know, Dan, he doesn't take it seriously, but you and me, we know the gamers need to rise up.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Gamers rise up, please.
Gamers, please.
Gamers, please.
Please listen to the people.
Let's start these hashtags. Hashtag gamers, please. Hashtag gamers rise up. Hashtag the forgotten minority.
My brain has become mush, and I really need to get into a different conversation. Girl Scout cookies. You ever eat them? You like them?
Yo, yes.
I do love Girl Scout cookies.
What? Okay. I'm for some reason in my head because I've only ever had the money to eat Girl Scout cookies consistently since I came to school. Which sounds like, oh, you had more money when you came to school, and the answer is no. I just spent it in worse ways.
Yeah, exactly. It's a knowledge of truth.
Yeah, yeah. What time of year is Girl Scout cookie season? What time of year
spring,
is Girl Scout? So we are coming up on it, right?
It is Girl Scout cookie season right now.
Ooh, shoot.
Fuck. I'll be right back.
I only
buy
know
some
this
cookies
because good. Go see you later. They were selling them outside my work today,
nice.
And I was like, I need change for a 20. And my manager was like, oh, just go buy a box of Girl Scout cookies. And I was like, all right. And then it was a joke, but I was like, damn, there's Girl Scout cookies out there. And then I went out and bought a box of Girl Scout cookies to get change for a 20.
I'll be honest, not a bad idea.
No, it was a good time. I enjoyed myself. And I have those cookies on my desk right now.
So what is the best kind? That's the real question. I
personally like the shortbread are like my favorite cookies ever, but I don't get Girl Scout shortbread cookies because I'm not paying for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna buy or like shortbread cookies.
I feel that. Shortbread
because they're so easy to make.
Exactly.
And you can get them really cheap at like any grocery store.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't buy those, but they're probably my favorites. The caramel delights, what used to be known as Samoas.
They're still known as Samoas some places.
They are not.
They are.
I have a box of them on my desk right now.
I am telling you, I am on the Girl Scout cookies website right now, on the Wikipedia page, and yeah, there are in fact different bakeries that make them, so different ones will have different names year to year.
Okay. Good,
Interesting.
because I thought they just had good names down here.
Mm-mm.
Or like they just changed them to being like good names, because before it was like tag-alongs. You're like, what's a tag-along?
Yo,
I
tag
have no
alongs are the
fucking
shit,
clue.
and I will
I
fucking
have no
fight
idea
you.
what they are though.
I will
So, you know,
fucking fight you.
I
Tag alongs
have-
are the best Girl Scout cookie. Hot take.
I have very
Thin Mints are
limited
ass.
experience with okay, with Girl
Deep
Scout
breaths,
cookies
okay.
because my mom only likes Thin Mints because she only
Gross.
likes Thin Mints.
Your
You're
mom's
same,
wrong.
honestly.
So
Yeah, and I agree.
so what ended up happening was anytime we got cookies, that would be all she'd buy. And Thin Mints are really good if you pop them in the freezer.
That's true.
Unless you don't like mint, which
Unless you don't
really,
like mint, in which case you're wrong, but it's okay because we forgive you. However, since branching out and having other people give me Girl Scout cookies, because I don't have Girl Scout cookie money, I'm just gonna make cookies. But
Coward.
yeah, I know. But Samoas or Caramel Delights are definitely my favorite.
See, I saw them and I was like, did they change the name?
those are
for,
really
like,
good. I can't
For
disagree
like
with that.
PC reasons. And I was like, you know what? Honestly, I don't even care.
What,
'Cause my
what
take
would be wrong
on-
with Samoa?
That's what I was like, because it's not racist, right?
I don't actually know what Samoa would be.
Oh, like the island, like the Samoan people.
Oh shoot!
Dwayne,
no,
Dwayne
you're
The Rock
right.
Johnson is Samoan. It's like a race.
I always forget that.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's like 60,000 of them. It's a very
It's a very common
I mean,
thing, and you're just horribly
it's like
racist.
it's like being from Guam. Like there's so few people on the island that it's like it's not a like being. I think they're just the Guam people. They might have like their own like term they use. But I have some friends who are from Guam, and they just are like, yeah, we're from Guam. They don't say like we're Guamese or anything. But they might have a term. They might just not be using it around me because they don't like me. That's probably it.
Yeah, probably. I could understand that.
They're like, but we do have a word for stupid white guy, and they like look at me. I'm like, weird. Where they have one of where you got one of those, huh? It's funny.
You're just like, oh yeah, we do too.
It's,
It's called.
Yeah.
We do too. You just said it. It's a stupid white guy. Ah.
and then they just like glare at me. I'm like, I'm just gonna go home. Like, how'd you
You
get in our
go, I'm
house? I'm like,
done.
Oh, you see,
man, you-
now, buddy, that might be the problem. Is that you're just visiting their house without letting them know first. Also,
Weird.
This reminds me of one of
The
those
Hunt.
like millennials killing whatever industry type of stuff.
Yeah,
I
like
guess-
all industries. Yep.
Exactly. So, it was this one post talking about how millennials don't answer the door if they're not expecting people.
Yeah, because it's weird.
And it just made me think. It was then followed up by that like, oh, I can just see an angry serial killer typing this where he just knocked on a door for 10 minutes. They didn't open the door, so he wasn't able to kill anyone. So he wrote an angry article when he got home. That kind of thing.
millennials are ruining the me stabbing you industry.
Exactly. But like, I was thinking of it, and if I hear the door, I'll go check it. But like, I'm pretty far away from it. My door stays
Yeah.
locked at all times. If I don't expect you, and even if I am expecting you, if you don't text me when you get here, I'm not opening the door.
Yeah, don't come and knocking. That's all
No,
I'm
man.
saying.
I mean,
Like-
I have a guy, this homeless dude that like comes literally knocking at my door all the fucking time, and like it's gotten to the point where partially because of him, I will not open the door anymore.
Dang.
Yeah,
Especially
'cause-
because
For
like
me.
you're an upstairs apartment, so like
yeah, man,
it's not like
he
you can
has
get
to
away
like
with
actually put some
walking-
effort into. Yeah.
It's not like you can just like walk down the stairs quietly and have someone not notice you.
Mm-hmm.
You should invest in one of those like security eye front door things.
I should.
Man,
It's
Philly really
actually a
be
really
wild
good
like
idea.
that,
I should do
huh?
that. I won't do it because I'm lazy, but I should.
Oh man.
I mean, if that security company wants to sponsor us, I would 100% happily endorse their product because I've actually considered buying it. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
You're really
But-
killing it with the sponsorship thing, huh?
I know, right? But you know who does sponsor
You know
us
who
is
does
Audible.
sponsor the podcast?
audibletrial.com/off the air. Get you a free book. The link's in the description.
Trial. Trial for you.
Yeah,
Bum.
get yourself an audiobook
He
because
already has
books of-
music that
books of
plays
the
over
future.
it, bud.
I can
Yeah,
have
but
his
I
music
made-
too.
I just made a song. Yeah.
It's true. The sound that you made, or the song you made, just makes me think of something that should be in like Metal Gear.
Audible trial. That's just like a Metal Gear. Snake Eater.
I don't
Well,
like
I mean,
those.
now that you expanded, I
What do
was
you-
talking about the boom boom thing that you were doing.
Audible trial.
Trial. You know that
Trial
doesn't
for
belong
you.
in Metal Gear.
Dun it. Dun, 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 dun. That's the Arnold.
But yeah,
Come on, you guys know.
so yeah, get you a book. It's a good deal. You've heard us plug it in the past, so you know some of the details.
But
literate?
if they haven't heard us
About
plug
to
in the
be.
past, what are some of the details, Noah?
Well, you see, you sign up, and you get your free month, first month free,
Great month.
and
Whole
each
month.
and the nice thing about each month is you get a book token, and that book token can be redeemed for one book. And let's
A
say
shackle of sorts.
you decide after like a month or two, you know what, Audible is not for me. right now.
Which is a terrible opinion, but you can decide it.
It
if you
is,
want
but
to.
because knowledge is power, and power is power. So,
And these
Power
hands,
is sex.
powerful as hell.
And sex is real
You okay
power.
right now? You want to talk? What? Are you okay?
Isn't that that's a quote? Everything in the world is about sex, and sex is about power.
anyway,
You okay?
you
Somebody
get
could dance some milk. Somebody give him like a book about being not an intellectual dumbass.
so if you decide to cancel or suspend your subscription temporarily, like what Dan did a little while ago, what will happen is you will keep your unspent tokens and you keep all the books that you got with your tokens. So it's a pretty good deal. I would heavily recommend it. It's, I mean, who doesn't want a book?
Illiterate people.
Well, that's the nice thing about Audible, though, is it's an audiobook.
Damn.
So even if you are illiterate, this book will read itself to you
That's why it's a good product for me.
because you're illiterate.
Because I'm illiterate. Yeah.
Huh, the more you know.
I've gotten pretty far.
You have.
Thank you.
Honestly, you write really well for an illiterate person.
I don't get that. I don't
really
get that a
well,
lot, but I'll
or
take
just
it.
passably well.
For an illiterate person, really well.
Mm.
Nice.
All right, let me be square with you guys. There was a whole lot of this episode that was it was really weird, and we were not able to keep it. There's gonna be a real hard edit right here that cut out about 15 minutes of just, it was kind of depressing. And we as a group decided, you know what, it doesn't need to be here. So instead, what we're gonna do is I have some stuff that I'm gonna tack onto the end. It's a little bit of an excerpt from my old podcast crew, ironically also called Off the Air. We did a radio drama bit. It was a really good time. That'll go on right before our usual guys here give our plugs. So, check it out. It's actually really fun. So,
Listen, man, I am about wanting people to die specifically in fires.
Who am I to stop you, really?
Who would, honestly, I appreciate that because I feel like a lot of people are going to try and stop me. Out here in this world, there are all sorts of people who are like, nah, man, you can't just tell people to die in fires. And I'm over here to tell you, you can though. Watch me.
Yeah, it's either whip or be nay-nayed,
I don't think that's the phrase, but yeah, sure.
I think I've learned a lot today. That's all I'm saying, boys.
I'm just saying that you're making up a lot of horse shit and like you're expecting us to just go along with it the whole time. And I don't know that I'm down to go along with it the whole time.
In this world, it's whip or be nay-nayed.
That's not a phrase. I'm not backing that.
The problem is that it's become a phrase. Noah, how do you feel about that phrase?
I really don't like that phrase, actually.
The one that's sweeping the nation?
Yeah,
the great new craze.
either
It's
whip or
sweeping
be
the nation.
nay-nayed.
Yeah,
Gotta say,
in this
not a fan.
in this world, it's either whip or be nay-nayed. I think that's honestly pretty good, pretty great.
I'm glad that you think
to
so.
say.
I'm glad that you think so because you're wrong, but I'm glad you think so.
You know what? History will remember me. Can you say the same?
Unfortunately, they will.
Look, an unfortunate memory is still a memory.
Just, I don't think it's going to be for the reason that you think.
He was a villain. He was a tyrant.
He was kind of the fucking worst. But you know what? We remember him for being the fucking worst, and that's really what he would have wanted.
Today, we're going to honor the fact that Jackson, the absolute worst, right, guys?
Oh,
Everyone's
man.
like, yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy, am I right?
100%.
I say we let him go.
What is that from? Fuck.
I think it's like Shrek.
Is it?
I thought it was The Simpsons.
I think it might be The Simpsons, too. It's like I don't know why I feel like it's from Shrek.
It feels kind of Shrekky. I can hear it.
It might be from
Don't
Shrek.
ever say anything feels
So,
Shrekky.
audience, I want you to tweet at us. Let us know what that's from. Because we don't
Shrek
remember.
or Shrek 2.
Ooh, gross.
Definitely not Shrek.
I feel like it might be Shrek. It could be Shrek 2. I don't know. I'm getting...
I know it's not the first Shrek because I'm familiar enough with that one that I can definitively say it's not that.
Didn't know I was dealing with a Shrek master here.
I know, right? I'm basically a Shrek-essional. That's industry for Shrek professional.
Hey, please delete your phone. I'm
Not
sorry.
the rest of everything, just your phone.
Can you please not swear on my Minecraft server? My mom does check my phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, guys.
What happened to that Noah? He used to be such a good guy.
I do love that was like the only thing my mom said about the podcast was Jackson, he's so rude. And I'm just like, and I was sitting there like,
we take those.
what about Dan? Dan is, well, to be fair, I guess you talked a lot about hentai in the first episode. You talked,
know your limit, stay within it.
You talked about
This
it
world's
enough
either whip or be nay-nay.
that I did actually put that as one of our permanent tags on YouTube.
Hentai?
Yeah. Yep.
I
I'm
think
surprised
that.
YouTube let you get away with that.
Dude, YouTube lets you get away with a lot of stuff. If you're talking about it, it's a different thing. Let's be real here.
Yeah,
That's fair.
If you film a dead body, you can be famous for a couple days.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's been famous for a lot more than a couple of days. But
But like you can be on the front page for a couple days with that video.
he's been on the front page a lot more than a couple of days. But I don't know how to tell you
Oh,
this.
did you
But
hear-
Not with that video.
Did you hear the newest thing that he did though?
which one?
So he has a podcast now, which not
What a poser.
not
What
a good thing
seriously,
for him.
why? You know what? He copied us.
Yeah,
We-
here
we-
off the air.
We had a
stand Logan
podcast
Paul.
first.
Wait,
he can't
we
just
did-
come in here.
We actually did have a podcast first.
do we
I know.
stand Logan
That's what I'm
Paul
saying.
here?
We did.
I think
we had a podcast first.
We do not stand Logan Paul. I think he
Okay, just checking.
I think he calls it the Paulcast.
God.
You know what?
Of course he does.
I'll give it to him for that one. I like that.
I don't hate it either.
I hate it because
No,
I
I
hate
said I
him.
like it, not that I don't hate it. Just want to be clear.
Okay. I don't hate it. You actually like it. So the big thing that he did recently that is getting people a little bit riled up is that he was talking about, I don't even remember the context.
Was it being gay for a month?
It was being gay for a month. And
I'm
that
sorry,
for a month. Yep. He said for a month they were just gonna be gay. And
That's not how being gay works.
and
you
then-
should ask Logan Paul.
and then one of their guests
got a
is
resident
like,
expert.
oh, and then just kind of go back after. And he's just like, yeah. And I feel like
I feel like that's him coming out of the closet.
no, here's the thing. I feel like there is a lot of context that since I did not watch the full clip that I'm heavily missing.
I really like this bit.
But I also
From him.
don't ever want to have any more context ever because I want that to be all the context I have about Logan Paul being gay for a month.
I'm very happy with that decision from him. I don't get it, but like, hey man, whatever.
Yeah, do you, pal.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's not illegal.
I gotta
You know what should be
it's
illegal?
It's pretty tacky, but
Being gay for a month.
Yes,
My cat's back in my room.
I
by
can
the way.
tell.
What's up, cat? welcome back.
What's up?
She's mad because she's still on a diet, isn't she?
Yeah,
Oh, poor baby.
she'll get over it. No, she's fine.
What if she just, stopped being a bitch about it?
I've been working on that one.
Okay. Hey, I just want to check and see if
let
you've
me
tried.
be that guy real quick. Actually, Dan, a bitch is a female dog, so the cat actually can't do that. So, checkmate,
You good?
atheists.
You good, bud? Do you
I
need to
just
talk
feel
about
got
it?
absolutely pwned.
Do you want to talk about it?
You guys remember when people used to say pound?
Yep.
Used to.
No, it's a used to. People do not say that anymore.
People have definitely said that to me in the last
Were you gonna
6
say I've
months.
said it?
No, I have not said it because I have
Were you?
standards. No, I don't.
Have you said it?
Is it anyone in your friend circle, or is it people
probably
that
is
you
somebody
play?
in my. I mean, think of the people in my friend circle. You can think of at least one who would have said it.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah,
And granted,
And-
he would have said it ironically, but
but he's still.
That's not okay.
ironic shit posting.
Yeah. We just had another talk about that recently, didn't we?
Yep, we did. Man, you guys are missing out on all sorts of drama on the Discord.
Ironic ponage is still ponage.
Listen, man, I am gonna.
Is that what we're getting at?
I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna go to bat on this topic. Ironic shit posting, no matter how good or bad it is, still shit posting.
Yeah, there is tasteful shit posting.
There
Oh,
is.
100%.
I 100% agree. The problem is when it's not tasteful shit posting and it's just bad.
Cringe posting.
You mean Twitch.tv?
You mean Twitch? Twitch.tv/Born to Rule specifically.
Well, the problem in particular comes in the form of people who just show up in chat and are just desperate for attention, and the only way they've been trained how to get that on that website is just by being as off the wall as possible.
Yeah, and they think they're funny
if I
because of
say
it. And it's really
zany
kind of sad.
thing, yeah, but it's all they know. You know, it's just sad.
It is just sad. You know what? We're all just kind of sad.
I'm not that sad.
Oh, really? Fuck.
I mean, I'm pretty sad, but no more sad than I've been for the last 3 years of my life.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say being
exactly,
sad
that's
is
the
his aesthetic, so of course he's a little sad.
Hey,
that's been
no,
my
that's
thing
my
for
aesthetic.
years.
Fuck off.
It's allowed to be both. There's enough sadness for both of you.
I don't know. That feels like bullshit. That feels like someone stole my sadness.
Shoot, you're right. Yeah, no one can
Wah.
be. So I've been spending way too much time with Edge recently, and I keep saying shoot, you right, and I actually really hate it, but I can't stop saying it. All right, here is the little old-timey radio drama that we had worked up. This was based on my friend Rachel. She was in a communications class, and she asked if she was allowed to, instead of writing a paper, make a little radio segment about her report, and she was permitted. So there's all of this is terminology built around a marketing book. So yeah, that's where any odd phrasings or anything like that, that's where that comes from. And why there's actually commercials included. It was a huge blast to film. We had a real good time. It's probably not the cleanest edit thing that we've ever put our work to, but we still had a really fun time. And she passed her class, and that's what counts. So, starring Rachel Nicely, Jess Scatella, and myself, here's, I don't remember what it's called. Enjoy.
My name is Betty Lake. I'd like to think I was creative in the murder of my husband. Granted, I didn't have a celebrity endorsement or a professional in the field give me their advice on how to properly commit the crime. And don't even get me started on the ethical issues, but I think I did well with what I had on hand. But I'll let you be the judge. Have you seen the new advertisement for JCPenney? Well, their branding is amazing. Even their tagline, "We shop so you don't have to," simply marvelous. I think their new color scheme works really well, too. Why, I bet not 5 years from now there will be dozens of new JCPenney stores with beautiful architecture and interior design.
Huh. How do you think they got all that new information together?
Why, I bet they took a close look at their annual reports, customer profiles, and put together a brand new website. Wait, what's a website?
You're talking gibberish again, my dear.
Oh, you're right, my darling. I guess what I was saying is that they've sure done their research.
Well, now, Betty, I must be getting to work soon. See, we're conducting experiments on our ethnographic projective techniques.
Well, don't you want to interview me, or maybe have me take a survey, or...
Well, I'm sorry, darling, but you're not the demographic we're looking at. Well, we're taking extensive observation toward our research methods, and then once we interpret the data, we've got to look at some steps toward our future.
Well, that sounds like a lot of mumbo-jumbo for someone who works in retail.
Well, you can never be too prepared. Goodbye, dear.
Hello?
Betty?
Oh, Bobby, you had me so worried. I thought I'd never hear from you again.
Nonsense. I couldn't stop thinking about you. Just hadn't had a chance to break away from all my patients. It's rather busy here at the clinic. We've started to include a lot more diverse cases. Why, just today I encountered an African-American man, 2 50-year-old Hispanic women, even an Asian. After my lunch break, a Native American broke into a fight with an Arab man when they realized they had married the same woman.
Oh, Bobby, when are you gonna come see me again?
Well, I've been thinking about how to get rid of that stinky old husband of yours.
Harold isn't any trouble at all. Why, I'm surprised you'd even give him a second thought.
It's not him I'm thinking of, it's you. I want to be with you, don't you see, Betty? But I can't do that when you've got that slimy old dingbat on your side.
Well, I have been thinking of getting a divorce.
Divorce? No. I'll never go for it. He'll try to make you reconsider, tell you he loves you, get on his knees, beg. I've seen it all the time. You see, I've got some deadly pills here, Betty. All you need to do is slip some of these into his drink at dinner time. Boom! No evidence, no proof of our involvement, just you, me, and happily ever after.
Oh, I don't know, Bobby.
I'll be by later this afternoon to give you those pills, Betty, and a smooch.
Diary of a Housewife. We'll be right back after these messages.
Phew, I'm so thirsty, but I'm tired of just drinking water. It doesn't give me enough of a kick in this summer heat.
Are you tired of trying to beat the heat with a regular old water? Try new and improved Coca-Cola. Now with an easy screw up top. Even the kiddos can enjoy a refreshing taste of the official summer drink.
Wow, my thirst is quenched, and I'm ready to start the day the Coca-Cola way.
New and improved Coca-Cola. Find it in every drugstore and local market for only 20 cents. Coca-Cola, the official summer drink.
Bobby?
Darling, here, I have the pills with me. Now, I've come up with a strategy that will get rid of that stinky, filthy man.
Bobby, I don't know.
Well, trust me. Have you ever heard of the McCann Erickson's role-playing approach?
What in the world?
It's where you try to get inside the head of the other person to figure out how to deal with them. Oh, and don't forget the BBDO's approach. That's when you get inside the head of the person in order to get what you want. It's all a part of the creative brief, you see.
Well, I think I get the big idea. I'm just trying to use immersion, digestion, incubation, illumination, and reality testing.
Well, now that I've convinced you, we've got to figure out how to do the timing, the context. This crime will be so perfect, it'll make the pages of history. Let's start brainstorming.
Diary of a Housewife. We'll be right back after these messages.
They say headlines help form good impressions. Here at the Edinburgh Gazette, we give you the latest hard-hitting news that hits home.
I love reading the Edinburgh Gazette. Their factual, selective, and curiosity headlines really draw me in, and I really feel a direct benefit.
We use effective questions, considerate repetition, and of course wordplay. Our tactful use of metaphors, similes, and analogies will have you reaching for the next edition before it even comes out.
The stories always contain great body, whether through a standard approach, poetic copy, or simply body as a story. I always find myself drawn to the Edinburgh Gazette.
The Edinburgh Gazette, as close to home as it gets.
All right. Just have to balance and contrast the right amount of food to the poison.
Now make sure there's enough harmony with the proportion of food on the plate. Don't want too much white space. That will look, so suspicious. Now just look at the Gestalt theory.
Bobby, must you always bring up some obscure advertising theory?
I'm sorry, Dollface, but this stuff is really important. Why, just look at the 5 R's of design. Research, roughs, revise, ready, and run. Now, I've carefully taken each of those into place while planning this perfect crime. Why, after tonight, I should have 12 points.
Is everything properly aligned? I just want to make sure everything is justified.
Everything is perfect. Now, crush up those pills. Put it into a soluble liquid.
His wine?
That'll be just fine. While we're waiting for the food to cook, how about we listen to the radio? As you know, it is the theater of the mind.
Oh, that sounds divine. Did you hear that War of the Worlds program? Oh, the use of sound effects was fantastic. Not only that, their dialogue and use of voice was impeccable.
I agree, my dear, but those commercials were killing me. Those silly jingles and interviews, not to mention the way they use the vignette in an inappropriate manner.
Well, that's true, but you have to realize they were doing it live. I mean, they have to keep these things in mind as they made their sound effects and radio script format. I mean, their major premise was clearly...
You're boring me, dear.
Sorry, darling. That'll be Harold. Go, hide in the closet.
Hello, honey.
Hello, darling. How was your day at work?
Oh, you should have seen it, Betty. They had this marvelous television program on at the store today. It was a marvelous combination of sight and sound and motion. They have this spectacular new ad starring Gene Kelly. You know, it was a wonderful vignette, you know, where he gives us like a testimonial about this new shampoo. Oh, and you should have seen the camera angles they used. Real masters in advertising, I tell you.
Did they have good use of transitions and editing for continuity?
Well, not only that, but they used wonderful music and amazing sound effects and voiceovers. Boy, I bet their storyboard was wonderful. Say, what have you got cooking?
Oh, just some of my direct marketing steaks with a side of direct mail mashed potatoes. I'll tell you, the two-way communication between myself and this cookbook provides immediate results. I've really been pinpointing my prospects. But Why don't you just sit down, dear, and eat your food?
All right, I suppose I'll just shove my face into those potatoes then, shall I?
Diary of a Housewife will be right back after these messages.
The power of social media strikes again. Now washing your clothes doesn't have to be a chore. Introducing the new Samsung Smart Washing Machine. The stunning visuals and interactivity can not only help you clean your toughest stains, but it can also help you gain a following. Link your Facebook and Instagram to your Samsung Smart Machine and measure your success in the world of social media. This machine is Lord Chesterfield approved and will help you with your social media campaign. The new Samsung Smart Washing Machine, the fun laundry experience.
No, I've never seen a man look so dead in my life.
Oh, now what do we do, Bobby? He wasn't supposed to die until he went back to work. How do we get him out of here?
Well, we could create a contest, a sweepstakes of some sort, a game or something like that to see who the lucky contestant is that gets to haul this dead caboose out of here.
Oh, Bobby, this isn't integrated marketing communications. Stop treating it as such. We can't discuss how premiums, coupons, sampling, continuity programs, or rebates are extremely effective in trying to sell a product.
I'm sorry, dear. Just trying to use a push and pull strategy. We don't want to call too much attention like that by creating a news release or a special event. But I do have special packaging we could use to cover 'em up.
And cover him up we did. I should have realized that carrying a body into a car in the middle of your neighborhood would look suspicious. But there was one thing about all of this that worked out perfectly. Since I, a feeble young woman, am too weak to carry a full-grown man, Bobby did the deed for me. When the police caught him in the act, I was on my way out the door with a suitcase and my passport. Bobby will be in jail for another 50 years. In the meanwhile, I'll have another martini, please.
Oh man, that was already?
Yeah, we've
God.
recorded long enough. I hate to end at this point, but this is the spot we have to end at.
I mean, we could keep going. Jackson and I are
what
good for
spot are we
another
at now?
hour or so, I
We
think.
legitimately can't because I'm not editing a 2-hour podcast into a
Oh, that's
1-hour
always-
what
podcast.
spot are we
Okay,
at, Noah?
so is that like part of the bonus content that we're about to talk about?
So you can find me on Twitter. I'm also on twitch.tv/BubbaDaBad and all other social media under the same handle. Visit me on Twitch. I want to get partnered, or I want to get affiliate because Dan did, and I'm feeling jealous. So
I did. I had affiliate this past week, and I am not gonna lie. It actually feels really, really good. And January is shaping up to be a pretty solid fucking month because of it.
And Jackson, I know that you don't really care for the Twitch community or streaming in general right now or anymore, maybe even ever again. But I gotta say, it has definitely helped me with like my seasonal depression in a big way because it's given me something to do and justified me wasting my time on video games.
Well, there you go.
So I've felt pretty good about it. It's been nice to feel nice, you know?
That's good.
What is that like? What is it like to feel nice?
Well, I can't tell you. That's it's my thing.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
you-
So
you-
being sad is our thing, but being nice, but feeling nice, that's yours.
Well, you know, Noah has some other things.
Yeah,
Does he?
like being
Name
nice.
one other thing that Noah
I get-
has.
All right, can we stop the podcast? I want to go home.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Dan, where can we find you? Jackson, where can we find
you?
you?
Can find me on twitter.com, born to 57. You can find me twitch.tv/born to rule. I stream now much more often. I'm an affiliate now, so come give me your money.
Don't do that.
Do.
Yeah, don't do that.
Shout out to Emma for already doing that. Like an
Oh,
idiot.
yeah. Oh, actually, that also reminds me. Shout out to Nina for being our second sub.
That's
Nina,
true.
who you may remember from our first bonus episode, which is currently live, open to all on Patreon.
I mean, also, she was in a regular episode, not just a bonus episode.
Well,
but yes,
the-
there's
the
also a
bonus
bonus
episode
episode
is
that
the
went up.
newest
I don't
episode.
know why, but I thought you were going to say she was in a relationship for some reason.
Well,
And I don't know why I thought that was like like you're going to be like, you may know Nina, she was in a relationship.
I mean,
I don't know why, because you like pause on the R.
Yeah, I don't know why you would have thought I'd go that direction either, but
well, I didn't think it's not like I thought that would like be the logical conclusion. I just thought that was like
where the conversation was headed, and
I
I don't understand why you would think that. I'm gonna be 100% with you, bud.
Well, that's why I didn't understand why I thought it either. I was like, that's why I pointed it out. I was like, what if my brain?
What is wrong with me?
That was my fill in the blank. Yeah.
And Jackson, I'm assuming we could find you on the fields of winter, listlessly thinking of summer, or something like that.
I don't know.
Not anymore, man. Not since the dark times.
Here at Off the Air podcast, we don't have time for jokes anymore. So we're just getting straight to business. And if you're not about it, well, you better start being about it.
Yeah, you're right.
You can find me probably right here, I guess. I don't know. Review us on Apple Podcasts.
100%,
Yeah, do that.
100% review us on Apple Podcasts. That helps us a lot.
Good bit.
Also, coming out in the Discord. We're a bunch of pretty chill dudes. Well, okay. No,
I don't say anything.
Noah's a pretty chill dude.
Thank you.
The community's great so far. We just got some bots set up, so that was cool. I got to finish working on those because I broke them earlier.
They're the kind of bots that just, keep you updated. They don't do anything extreme
definitely
as of
nothing
yet.
else. Nothing else at all. Definitely nothing else.
Do you guys trust robots to like take over the world?
100%. Yes, they'll do a better
Thank
job
you, me
than
too.
we will.
I don't know if they'll do a better job, but it just seems like it's less work for me.
I mean, at least if the robots are in charge, then everyone can just be mad at the robots instead of individual people, you know?
You know what?
That's true,
it's not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
I hope they just,
I praise the robot overlords entirely.
Being mad at the robots instead of individual people, that is distinctly racism. So
robots aren't people.
It's more.
So
beg to differ. But
I mean, you can beg all you want, but that doesn't make them
thank
people.
you, because the correct response is then beg.
You can find the
See, Mr. I
podcast
beg to differ.
at twitter.com/theofftheair,
We should set up
facebook.com/OTA podcast, patreon.com/offtheair.
We should set up a thing for the podcast so that we can stream something like as a group on Twitch.
No.
What? As a what on Twitch?
Like as a group, like have a Twitch for the podcast.
I mean, we could, but I don't want to.
I don't think we're gonna use it.
Okay, fuck me then, I guess. That's cool. That's great, guys. Thanks.
You guys can just have my Twitch channel. It's got like 1,300 followers.
Oh,
Shoot,
weird
can I
flex, but okay.
Can I just have your Twitch channel?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't use it.
All right. On that note, I think that was it.
Thanks for listening, guys. Catch you next time.
Love you.